This is a bullshit video. G'day beer lovers. For those people that know me well, they know that there's a really deep side to my personality. I'm a really deep thinker. I'm probably more deep than the bloody Marianas Trench. Yeah. Okay, I want to talk some shit today. Okay, some ideas that I've been toying with in my mind. Okay, so just, sit back, get a beer, and just follow my argument, okay? Alright, let's start. Okay, according to scientists, 250,000 years ago, our species, Homo sapiens, arrived on this planet. And they say that we just emerged from Africa. It's pretty bloody vague, but they just said we emerged from Africa. Now, the first thing our species did was we committed mass genocide. You know, we basically got rid of all the Neanderthals and all the other humanoid species that were on the planet at the time. Okay. Now, there's something really weird with us. Okay. Now, that is we sunburn. Now, if you believe in the theory of evolution, we should not sunburn at all. We evolved on this planet. We should have evolved to the point where we don't sunburn, but we sunburn, which means that maybe we didn't evolve here at all.
All Homo sapiens sunburn, even Homo sapiens with dark skin. The amount of sunburn you receive is based on the amount of melanin that you have as protection.
Okay, now when I put this topic up for discussion up on Facebook the other day, some of my friends tried to pick my argument to pieces, and they said, yeah, but hang on, other mammal species sunburn. They started talking about dolphins and dogs. You know, dogs, they sunburn on the end of their noses. Well, I would argue that dolphins don't belong on land. You know, they evolved in the ocean. So therefore, you know, it's understandable. You take them out of the water, they are going to sunburn. They're not used to it. Dogs, well, all the dog species on this planet are all bloody hybrids these days, aren't they? They're all descended from wolves. So, you know, I doubt that the bloody wolves sunburn on the end of their noses. There's something else very weird about our species as well, and that is, ever since we emerged, it's like we're allergic, or we find the natural food on this planet unpalatable. Yeah, we've got to cook it, or we've got to blend it with other foods so that we can eat it. Yeah. So, if we evolved on this planet, we should be used to the food that's on the planet. Okay, so that's pretty weird as well. Okay, so where did we bloody come from then? All right, well, there is a theory that we got dumped here, that basically we came from somewhere else, and that is we were basically criminals, okay, from another world, and our ancestors were brought here and dumped in Africa and just left to their own devices. Okay, and then we started bloody committing mass genocide with the other humanoid species on this planet. It's been done before, you know, in recent history, where the British cleared out all their prisons 200 years ago, and they brought all their convicts to Australia, dumped them here, and what do those early Australians do? They went and committed genocide against the indigenous people here, the Aboriginals. Yeah, so it's history repeats itself. If you look at the story of Adam and Eve, maybe that's the story of our origin. That we came from somewhere else. That was the Garden of Eden, and we fell out of favour, and we've been brought here to Earth. Yeah, so maybe the story of Adam and Eve talks a little bit about our early origins. Now, I want to talk about something else that doesn't make sense, and that is, look at another species called the octopus. Okay? Yeah, the octopus has 9 brains, has 3 hearts, and it has blue blood. Now, that's a fact. You probably, if you look hard enough, octopuses also probably have 8 vaginas. It's nothing like any other species, according to scientists. Yeah. You look at similar creatures like the nautilus or squids. They may look similar, but they share no common DNA at all. There's no creature on the planet that shares any DNA sequence with octopuses. Yeah, very interesting, isn't it? So maybe the octopus is an alien species as well. A lot of scientists believe it doesn't belong here. Now, you know, a few years ago I talked about bananas. Yeah, that's another thing that's weird, and that is bananas don't grow from the seed that's contained within the bananas because the seed is infertile. Bananas grow from the root stock of the plant. It grows from roots. However, there's bananas found all over the world. So how was it spread all over the world? It couldn't have been done by birds, birds eating the banana and shitting everywhere. No. The bananas somehow have been spread all over the world. But how? Now, I want to talk about another weird thing, and that is I want to talk about an organisation now. The organisation is called Cern, spelled C-E-R-N. And they've built a particle accelerator. It's like a big tube where they spin these subatomic particles around at nearly the speed of light, and they crash them into each other and to see what happens. Now, what they're actually also doing, CERN, is building what's called a quantum computer. Okay, so this quantum computer is going to use the subatomic particles created by this particle accelerator. Yeah. What are these quantum computers going to do? They're going to be able to read from other dimensions. Very interesting, isn't it? Maybe there is entities in other dimensions, and they're just waiting for us to contact them once we build these quantum computers. Maybe they're not nice entities at all. Maybe they're demons. So maybe we've got to make sure that we're doing the right thing there. Now, there's something weird about CERN as well. Look at the logo. This is the corporate logo of CERN. Have a look at it. I flashed up on the screen here. Notice the symbol is 666, the sign of the beast. These mobile networks they're building around the world, 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, I think we're up to 5G now. They're all getting more and more advanced all the time. It's going to get to the point where all these mobile networks is all going to be beamed down to Earth from space. We're all going to be living in this radiation. Yeah, the internet is getting more and more advanced. They're talking about that we may all have microchips in the future that will be able to read our body and tell our doctor what's wrong with us. So if you don't have a chip, you won't be able to access that information. All money in the world is going to change. It's going to get to the point where to buy things you just pass your wrist over a scanner because you've got a chip in there, and that's the only way you're going to be able to buy things. So we're going to be forced to take on these chips, which is all floating around in this mobile phone internet radiation surrounding the planet. Where's it all going? Where's it taking us? But I'm really worried about this organisation, CERN. 666, the sign of the beast.